Unless you have handled Chinese antique porcelain for a number of years, then simply identifying a piece as Chinese and not Japanese can be confusing. I cannot tell you how to differentiate between Japanese and Chinese porcelain with a 100% accuracy via this video, but I can show you certain traits and symbolism commonly used on Chinese porcelain that will hopefully help you identify and understand the meanings behind the symbolism regularly depicted on Chinese porcelain and art. The depiction of the 8 auspicious symbols of Buddhism used on Chinese porcelain. The 8 auspicious symbols was introduced to China with Tibetan Buddhism during the Yuan dynasty. They have been used in decorative arts to bring peace and blessings and stand for the following virtues. The wheel of the Dharma represents knowledge. The conch shell represents the thoughts of the Buddha. The victory banner represents the victorious battle of the Buddha's teaching over all hindrances. The parasol represents protection as well as spiritual power. The lotus flower represents purity and enlightenment. The treasure vase represents inexhaustible treasure and wealth. The pair of fish represents conjugal happiness and freedom from restraint. The endless knot represents harmony. The depiction of fish on Chinese porcelain. Fish symbolize wealth. It is also a sign of rank and a permit to enter the court precinct. Consequently, officials of the 5th rank and above wore fish ornaments during the Tang dynasty. Due to their reproductive success, the fish also signifies marriage and the birth of many children. The depiction of boys on Chinese porcelain. In Chinese art, the depiction of young boys at play is considered a sign of good fortune, representing the blessing of having many sons to carry on the family name. The depiction of a dragon and phoenix on Chinese porcelain. Both the dragon and phoenix represent the height of power and auspiciousness. Emblematic of male prowess, strength and divine rule, the dragon symbolizes the Emperor of China and is ranked first among mythical beasts, believed to bring fertility to the land. The dragon is one of the most frequent motifs in Chinese porcelains. It is a symbol of the emperor and one of the most sought-after decorations for today's Chinese collectors. The phoenix, on the other hand, represents female authority, benevolence and beauty, and is associated with the Empress of China. The phoenix appears during times of peace and prosperity. It is believed that when Confucius was born, the phoenix announced the emergence of the great man. The combination of dragon and phoenix is often seen at weddings, conveying blessings and good fortune. The depiction of bats on Chinese porcelain. The bat is a symbol of happiness and joy. The Chinese word for bat sounds identical to the word for good fortune, thus making bats a popular Chinese rebus. 5 bats together represent the 5 blessings, which are long life, wealth, health, the love of virtue and a peaceful death. The depiction of cranes on Chinese porcelain. With a life expectancy of more than 20 years, cranes symbolize longevity. The Chinese word for crane sounds similar to the word for harmony. A pair of cranes can therefore signify a harmonious marriage, specifically a happy and long-lasting union. The depiction of peaches on Chinese porcelain. Peaches are a symbol of longevity. The peach is one of the most popular motifs found in Chinese art. The peach is a symbol of immortality, said to have grown in the orchard of the Queen Mother of the West. The depiction of fungus on Chinese porcelain. A medicinal fungus, symbolizing longevity and good wishes. Fungus is also associated with immortality and Taoism. The depiction of pine, bamboo and plum trees on Chinese porcelain. When shown together, the pine, bamboo and plum are known as the 3 friends of winter. The 3 friends flourish even under adverse conditions and are symbols of longevity and perseverance, which are virtues attributed to the scholar gentleman. The depiction of the 3 star gods on Chinese porcelain. The 3 star gods are the gods of fortune, prosperity and longevity, each recognizable by their characteristic iconography. The god of fortune is depicted as a man carrying a young boy, as the highest blessing is having a male child to carry on the family name. The god of prosperity holds a scepter of power, symbolizing the ability to reap high rewards. The god of longevity carries a tall staff and a peach, which represents immortality and is sometimes accompanied by a crane or deer, and are often represented together. This video is brought to you by Irv Graham's Chinese Antiques. Do you possess a piece of Chinese porcelain or a Chinese work of art that you would like to know more about? It makes sense to get an accurate valuation for a number of reasons, such as 1. You want advice before buying or selling an item. 2. Your insurance company requires an accurate valuation. 3. A valuation is required for tax or inheritance purposes. 4. You simply just wish to know more about your item's history, etc. Whatever your reasons, our valuation service will answer the following important questions on your behalf. How old is your item? Is your item imperial? Where was your item made? How much are similar items selling for at auction? You have heard the old saying, you get what you pay for. Well, that is certainly the case here. There are other Chinese antique valuation and authentication services charging less than the service offered by Irv Graham. But Chinese antiques being what they are, it's imperative a good valuer has a sharp eye, hands-on experience along with in-depth knowledge and up-to-date research material. Irv Graham will not undertake any valuation unless he is 100% sure he can deliver to each customer a valuation report that is guaranteed accurate and to which he will personally stand by. It is imperative when looking at Chinese works of art that a correct appraisal is conducted, as incorrect information can be very, very costly to you, the customer. Visit ChineseAntiques.co.uk to start your appraisal and valuation service online. Thank you.